Hello, toy friends. Welcome back. I'm Will. This is the 1A team. And as always, I'm joined by Mr. Jim Largo.
What's
Hey,
up?
How you doing?
Hey,
All right.
I'm
And
having a
as
day.
usual,
I'm having technical difficulties. I'm got a little bit of a lag. I'm glitchy, but I'm here.
well, it's good to see you. Um, let's say hi to the chat. We've got Mr. Bjorn Jorgensen with his Schmodulok, and Scott with a sup, and me with a greetings, and Largo with a greetings. And
Because we are simulcasting, we're crossing the streams. So,
oh, that's right. Yes, I
and
see. I see. I see.
tell us about this super sexy little symbol next to Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures name.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, great to see you, Bill from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. He's also my first channel member. So thank you so very much, Bill. Thank you for your support. We really appreciate it. And he could say first all year long. So he's the very best. Jeff
And
Morris
we
is
should
here.
point we're not just seeking the memberships and Patreon stuff for whiskey and chili dogs. It's to pay for the StreamYard and other things we use to make these things work. So we appreciate the
Yeah.
patronage.
Oh,
Those
thank you so
can.
much. Yep. And I got a little shout out thing we were going to do when we get into the show. But Jeff Morris is here. Jeff, how are you? He says, hello, all. Next year is looking good with the 118 independent lines, plus Super 7 and Hasbro making more 118 Joes. I hope they don't suck. Hey, don't we all?
We'll,
you know?
we'll get into it.
Yeah, I'd say we're all there. Bjorn says, hi. Howdy, Bill. Beta Ray Bob. Hello, all. And Beta Ray Bob brings up an important point. Don't forget to hit that like button. So thank you for that, buddy. And we've got, oh, sorry, Jeff. Well, hi. How are you? Looking forward to everyone's thoughts on the G.I. Joe news. Ian Sweeney in the house. What's happening, buddy? And we've got Mr. Boba Hicks. What's up? You're the bomb. All right.
Indeed.
And here's a superstar hanging out with us
Nice.
while he waits for the wifey to bring him some groceries. All right.
Aw.
All right. I appreciate you for taking the time, saying hi. Ted, love you, buddy. All right. And Gojitron took a break from watching some Godzilla. I think there's been some big Godzilla news going
new
on.
Godzilla movie. Super cool.
So he says, my thoughts on every bit of toy news for the rest of my life is these toys only cost a bit back in my day. So yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. And what is this? Boom! Congrats, obsessing monetized gentlemen. Love you. Well, love you too, Chad. Thank you so much. That's our very first super chat. That's amazing. It does feel super.
Awesome.
So thank you so much, Chad. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You like us. You really like us.
Is there an echo or is it just you? It might be. I'm a little loud.
It's probably me.
I'm excited because somebody loves me. So
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Yeah, any glitches, it's probably on my end. So blame Largo.
Oh, he said, congrats on getting monetized, not obsessed, or what did I read? And I read something else. Obsessing monetized on getting monetized. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. I just read it there. Hello, it's a world made of cardboard. John, how are you, buddy? It's so great to see you. And Ted Darklaw, thank you so much, man. Oh my God. I'm tearing up a little bit. Thank you so much, man. I've been waiting too long to do this. Spend this on something dumb. I will. Thank you. I know something dumb. He's looking right at me. Oz, what's happening, brother? And then, oh, nice. Oh, good. Congrats, Boba Hicks. You're almost there. Just chilling and watching the show today. Well, thank you so much.
Wait a minute. Is it really? Do you ever really finish collecting? I gotta call shenanigans on that, Boba.
Coming from Bubba Hicks, I believe it. TJC in the house. What's happening, brother? All right, and with that, we could get going there. There was a couple other chats, I guess, about some of the things, and I'm just going to start them, and we'll get back around to them.
Okay.
Because let's get this show started, as they say. And yeah, Weird Fantastic just saying no echoes on his part, so that's good. Because I'd hate to be, I mean, listening to me once is hard enough.
I was gonna say there are enough echo chambers on YouTube. We won't name any names, but they're out there. You know
so for today's show, ladies and gentlemen, the 1A team. First off, we're going to start with some member shout outs. And that's right. For whatever it is, I think it's $1. You can become a channel member and support the show. And we'll shout you out at the beginning of every show, even though we shout out everyone. But it's a special shout out. We got a little Marvel Epic Hero news. We got some O-Ring updates, some big G.I. Joe news, and some G.I. Joe leaks, mainly from It's Chad. So we're going to talk a little bit about Chad's video earlier this week. And then we're doing a little something as we wrap up the year. And, a lot of people doing a best of the year award shows, my favorites of the year. Well, I just figured I'd share a little bit about my 1/18 scale year. And we're going to do that in two parts. So we're going to cover the first half of the year. And hope you guys like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it again, but...
Thank you, Goji, for clarifying. Yes, the NFTs you can never have enough of. But
That's right. That's right. Well, I want to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to our Patreon and channel members, Mike McLaughlin and Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. As you know, Mike is my brother, and he's going to play a little part in the show later on, too. So
I've heard he ain't heavy. He's just your brother. That's a really dated reference. Only 70s people will get that.
So thank you so very much. And, guys, you don't have to support us. I'm happy being here just to do this whole thing. It's for me. But if you do, I appreciate it. And believe me, we'll think of ways that will make that a great value for you. So thank you so very much, guys. All right. So first up, Marvel Epic Heroes. So this listing popped up on Amazon today. It's for a Marvel Epic Heroes Web Splashers. Not my favorite line. You guys already know this. Not loving the Web Splashers gimmick, but it's a Web Splashers Hydrojet Blast 4-inch action figure and vehicle playset for $20. Okay. First of all, not my favorite. The Spider-Man looks a little goofy. I don't like that neon kind of spider on the front there. And I don't like the water shooting gimmicks. Kids might like these. You know what I mean? I haven't tested it, so I don't know if they're popular. It kind of reminds me of something from the 90s, like Toy Biz did. Remember, Chad.
You never forget your first, Chad.
I will never forget. Thank you, Chad. And second. And looks like we got a couple other people popped in here too. Roberto, how you doing, buddy? And I think I saw Wraith Mace jumped in here too. Hey, how are you, bud? So here he is. Here's the Spider-Man. The vehicle's kind of lackluster. It looks like they just glued some wings onto a water pistol. I don't know.
This reminds me of when I think it was the Dark Knight collection when Kenner was doing the stuff that was kind of an offshoot of the Batman Tim Burton movies, and they started doing rainbow Batman in every flavor, and then weird gimmicks. It's like, really, we just want them the way they looked in the comic books. Quit,
and I understand, this is a line totally targeted towards kids. That's why, I said, I still question whether or not kids like the water gimmick. They might love it. I don't know, because and this is every parent's favorite image here, just pouring the water out. You see it all over the table, and this is done in an outdoor setting, or like it's meant to look like an outdoor setting, but this is your kitchen, people. This is why I wouldn't get this for my kids, because this is on your coffee table. This is on your sofa, like
Guaranteed, some kid is going to use this toy to terrorize their cat.
Yeah. And that reminds me of this. Why couldn't we just get something like this? This is from Toy Biz. This is the old, 5-inch Spider-Man line. Okay, I don't remember Spider-Man using the web jet, but what the hell? It's a cool little mini vehicle. Throw them in there. Has an
Yeah, it's
ejector
like
seat, and you have some
we
fun.
loved the spider buggy, even though it was completely bonkers. Webjet, whatever. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So, it looks like some people. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Robert was saying he gets an Eco Warriors vibe from this. Yeah, yeah. Water toys
Good
for
point.
Christmas. Oh, yep. And X 1/22 and an 8 is the scale of the future. Okay, he kills me. Guys. Okay, hey Bjorn, if you got a couple, wait till one goes on clearance and then pick it up. Web Splashers is like the ghost of Toy Biz Past. I like that. That's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, and you know what? Scott saying, not gonna lie, liked a few of them. He liked the Sentinel water gun arm. So that's kind of cool. And that's what my outdoors look like. Very proud of my grass. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's very realistic grass in the picture. And the kids I raised only were concerned with water guns. Yep. Well, listen. What does that say? A web jet on what Jonas Jameson Jason? I doubt it. Yeah, and the Corgi spider copter with red rotor blades, but it was still cool. Yeah,
It was
I'm
cool.
not hating on it. You know what I mean? I got the other ones. I got the Web Jet, the Web Splasher Spider Man, and the Web Splashers Doc Ock, which did disappoint me because his tentacles are on the backpack and not attached to his body, and they have the water gimmick. You can't really take that off. So I was a little disappointed in that. But here's the thing that kind of confused me about it. And this Spider Walker, it's a motorized spider tank that shoots water. It's cool, but it's $50. I mean, I'm into
Ouch.
wacky, weird stuff like that, but for $50, I'm like kind of, hesitant. And then they come out with the Web Splashers rocket. The problem is Miles never came out. We've never seen him. So that's a weird thing about these epic heroes. So like the first series that came out, there was all of the Avengers except for Thor, Iron Man, and Ultron didn't come out for some reason. And then they did the X-Men where they released them all except for the 5-pack where you would get Gambit and Storm. And they waited like 3 months. And it just seems like there's some odd choices that way. And I think back in the summer, they did the Mech Strike Mechasaurs line. And they never released the Spider-Man for it, but there's been images online for it for months. So I find that odd. So yeah, this spider tank is just weird, but the fact that it's motorized and it moves is kind of cool. I think a kid might like it, but
I was going to say, in the comic books, there were like a whole series of spider slayers that menaced Spidey. That would kind of work with that if you want to go that route.
Yeah. And Berdazzle, Berdazzle. Hi, how are you? Welcome. So this was the Mech Strike Mechasaurs. Say that 10 times fast. It's not out yet, but the Mech Strike Mechasaurs line has like concluded. All the other figures have been out for months now, so it's weird that one toy is kind of there. So anyway, that's the Marvel Epic Heroes thing. I just thought it was odd that half the line is out, half the line is not out. It kind of talks to like what's going on with distribution, and like they announce these things and then like it's just no explanation, just doesn't show up, and then maybe 6 months later it shows up in abundance, and then they're like peg warming because I don't know. It's just
and we've even seen stuff that they've announced it's new and we never see it in the store, and then you go to Ollie's or other discount stores and there it is. It's like, what happened? It's wonky. I don't get it.
The Toy Puru knows the reason for the strange release dates, but he's not telling anyone. And then it'll show up at Ollie's. Death Seeker saying hi, Will, Largo in chat. Death Seeker, how are you, buddy? How are you? And then Smythe and Jameson were responsible for the Spider Slayers. Good deep dive, Largo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And Ken from Toy Connections. Oh, wait, I didn't click
Hey,
it.
Ken.
Okay. Hey, Ken, how are you? Welcome. But yeah, if I see stuff on clearance at Ollie's that I've never seen before, and that is an issue, and
Right.
I don't understand it. So, we'll talk a little bit about that. So right into O-ring updates. Before we get into the deeper stuff, just want to say congratulations, Legends of the Hidden Force, guys. We talked about it on a couple of the previous streams. They only needed like a handful of backers on their backer kit to unlock this figure, the Master Ayakashi, founder of the Horai. So they did it. Like right there was like the day before the last day. They got it, and everyone who was all in got a free figure, and anyone
Nice.
else, was able to buy that. So congrats to them. I got my order in right before the end. I think I got an accessory pack and one figure. My budget was really, I would love to buy them all, but I'll let Chad guess which one I got. It's the no, I got the one that looks
I was
like
going to say, any of us who lived through the 80s has a little love for ninjas, whether they're American ninjas or other kinds of ninjas. They're just part of our zeitgeist.
Ken's saying that the toy guru told me Delta 17 won't sell, so we're canceling the entire line. Sorry, everyone. What? Oh, well, he is an expert, so I guess that's why you did that. Justin, what is up, buddy? How are you? So, DJ Ken, man, with the zinger. So, Robert says, cool. He never backed it, but he likes what they're doing. Well, that's great. I'm hoping that, as we get through and like in Joe Fest next year, like a lot of these companies will have product at the tables. Because tell me, like for the last couple of years, we've been going and it's been like we've been seeing a lot of tables with these companies, and they're showing off what they're coming out with. Like this is like since 2021. So, call sign,
Yeah.
RoboCell. How cool will it be when we go to a Joe Fest and you could go from table to table and buy these things? Holy crap. Isn't that going to be amazing? Like,
Yeah, it seems like it's been a few years of paint masters, prototypes, which is cool. But yeah, I'm right there with you. It's going to be great to
even my
go and see
first Joe
things.
Fest, I think they had Action Force just had prototypes out. They didn't have any product. So, there was some there. Oh, Ken, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, very cool. Let's see here. We've got Ninja 3, The Domination is my favorite ninja movie. That's
They're
awesome.
all
It's a
fun.
great movie, but American Ninja is my favorite ninja movie.
Yeah.
Yep. And only liked one ninja, Storm Shadow. Hey, I love Storm Shadow. Yeah, that was great. And
Nothing wrong with that.
Sho Kasugi Ninja Numero Uno. Yes. All right. Scott says he's a guru. Well, thank you so much for that.
Yes.
I don't know where this guy even came up. I don't know why we're even talking.
He's almost a meme at this point, but
yeah,
whatever.
And Richard chiming in too, everyone. I don't know why we're talking about him. But yes, he's a guru expert without a job. He is. American Ninja was a dude. Ninja 3 was the gorgeous actress. Okay. And Revenge of the Ninja, fight me. Okay. I don't want to fight anyone. It's all right. So
There's room for really plenty of guys wearing black pajamas. We love them all.
Yeah. Cool. I mean, congratulations, like I said, to Legends of the Hidden Force, because they got it. And these are going to hit people. I think it's like a year from now, right? But so nothing in 2023. I was really hoping a couple of these would sneak in before the end of the year. But and then we got a little news from Call Sign Longbow, which I am an all-in backer of. I backed Call Sign and Operation Recall all in, and I can't remember how long ago that was now, but it seems like I'm just waiting for them to come in. But if you remember on the Call Sign Longbow, most of the characters on their website or just like kind of artwork like this, right? But
which is cool.
they got a Ghost update. We have a brand new images to share of a painted sample of Ghost from the factory. This deluxe figure features a stealth shield, SMG, venom blade, mines, and a backpack that holds most of the accessories. This figure and many others are available for pre-order, so even if you didn't back it during the Kickstarter, you could pre-order them now, with delivery expected in mid-2024. Once again, I would love it if this happens before Joe Fest. Find them on the Callsign Longbow Backer Kit pre-order store, a link in the bio. I took that right from their Facebook page. There is a link below, so you can click that. But check that out. That's a nice shot of the factory sample. Look at that backpack. So much detail. Looks great.
It's a cool concept. I love what Longbow is doing with trying out some new things and new designs that are definitely, callbacks to, some of the cool things we liked about the Real American Hero Joe style.
Yeah, and do you see how that shield clicks onto the backpack? That's pretty neat. I like it. And I love that tool. Whatever that, what is it? The Venom Blade or something it's called. I like it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. We've got, hey, G.I. Joe, the Lost Chronicles. Adam, how are you? And his video, was that the oh geez.
Yes. His collaboration with Jeff from Skunk Works is epic.
Oh my God, that movie was, and I'm calling it a movie. It was like watching a movie. It was such
a rock opera.
Adventure. Yeah, it was fantastic. Kiss comes in there out of nowhere. Like, I'm like, what's going on? Right? Isn't it the members of Kiss appear and start?
Oh yeah. Well,
everything happens. It's awesome. So I see. Chad just said something. Did you see Matt LaCroix is posting the Strike Force Alpha figures have been received and he's starting to ship them out? No, I did not.
I hadn't heard that.
I missed, but we have covered it on the show a couple of times. And I know that you could pre-order them on Big Bad Toy Store. Can you still do that? Is that still, are they still available? Let's see. We'll check in on that. But, and guys, it wouldn't be a show here if I didn't just, plug my favorite O-ring line coming, which I think is the true spiritual successor to G.I. Joe Real American Hero, Delta 17. And that is coming out sooner than you might think. It might not be before the end of the year, but very soon. These toys are coming out. And I do want to just go ahead and just show you this real quick. Thank you so much for that powerful sizzle reel there, Jim Largo. Everyone, Jim Largo, everyone.
Hey, I have no problem telling people I am totally partial. I love Delta 17. All the cool 118 stuff coming out is fun, but I'm really digging what these guys are doing. So
yeah, I like
it
it.
is
And
what it
it's
is.
not just because I love Ken. It's because I really like it. If I hated it, I would tell Ken I hated it. But Joe DeBecky, how are you? O-rings forever. Good afternoon, all. Yes. uh,
Well, I'm
this
going to
is a
duck out for a second and try to find that link for Adam and Jeff's video that
oh
they
yeah,
did, the
sure.
Time Phantom. I'll be right back.
Okay. And here's a follow up from a question that was asked last week about the update for the Marauders Vietnam figures, and I think we ended the show. We never got to it, but yeah, Bjorn saying no updates. So, guys, when those come in, Bjorn is all in on them, and he said he's going to come on the show and talk about them. So I really can't wait for that. Beta Ray Bob saying ready to give Delta 17 my money, and Skyfall, holy moly, very nice to see you. Ted Darklaw saying, Hello Dope really needs to talk with these Delta 17 fellas. And I hope Ken's still here and he sees that because I really want you to talk to these Delta 17 fellas. And then Rob saying, Delta 17 looks awesome. Cannot wait to see them in full. Robert, you and I both. And Chad saying, but 118 is dead. DJC just greeting everyone. So yeah, guys, Toy Connections is your source for all information when it comes to these. He did an awesome video on the Delta 17 Heroes, Delta 17 videos. I'm working on a couple customs for when they launch, and we'll share it when they come out. But yeah, that's where you want to go for all your Delta 17 news. As of the last update, they're still on track to have the first shipment soon. Okay, great. And then Largo went ahead and got that link to Adam's video, and yeah, go ahead and bookmark that and check it out.
I meant to put that in the description for our show today, but if you love toy photography, if you love epic storytelling, if you love great Easter eggs from the 70s and 80s, they did a great job on this video. I can't say enough about it. It's cool. Go watch it. Enough said.
And Scott just chiming in, telling you found the missing link. So good job there.
I did.
So excellent. All right, guys, if you haven't checked this out, pause the live video right now. Go over to Chad's channel and watch this video because he's got a huge dump here of rumors for 2024 and 2025. And of course, us being G.I. Joe fans and 118 scale fans, we have to talk about it. Chad, if you're watching, I sent you a link if you wanted to pop on and talk about this portion of the show. You're more than welcome to, but you're also not obligated in any way to do so. But I might get some stuff wrong. I did take
but
notes.
Definitely thanks to Chad and guys who are making the connections and talking to people behind the scenes, getting the inside baseball on what's going on in the industry. It's very cool when we hear about good stuff coming from these brands we like.
Absolutely. And Chad's video is great. He breaks it. Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. So just let me know if I get anything wrong. Hey, Andrew Davis is watching from the dark shadows. Oh,
nice.
Yes, they are flashy. I like them, but I always root for the good guys, Andrew. So good guys always win. And in this case, I'm the good guy, so I win.
Dude, robot ninjas. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yep. So if I get anything wrong, Chad, just let me know. So he posted this, and here's just some of the things. Super 7 O-rings, but no one else mentioned the vehicles and playsets. We saw that post from Kaz. What's up, dude?
Hey,
How's
buddy.
it going? And there is classified news. We're not going to cover it here. Why Hyatt could only sell the Joes and I want you to go watch his video. So I don't want you,
Yeah,
but we're
please.
just going to break it down. So first up, Super 7 O-rings. Let's talk about it. So Super 7 O-rings are coming. Actually, you know what? Let's not talk about that first. Let's talk about the other stuff first. Well,
Okay.
Haya is still going to Haya. Haya Toys is just going to be Haya Toys. They're going to continue what they've been doing. Chad's going to talk a little more about it tonight as well. So there's a link to Chad's channel in the description if you want to join that that conversation. Well, I think we both clicked it.
Oh, sorry.
Hands off. Go ahead.
Great minds think alike. Yes, Chaz the Guru and Chad are going to be talking about all this stuff in depth. Go watch it.
Yeah. They are talking about doing a modern subscription service for like the 4-inch Joes, like they did post, I think it was Pursuit of Cobra was the last retail line, and then they went into the subscription service. So I don't know if that's going to be just a remaking of those figures, or they're going to do classified characters and then also like kind of like Star Wars does with like Black Series and Vintage Collection, where they'll offer it in a 6-inch scale and also mimic that design in some way with modern construction. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've also
there were ups and downs. The GI Joe Collector Club, Matty Collector, some of these other groups, they did some cool stuff, and then they did some stuff that just had you scratching your head. So hopefully, whatever is evolving over there is something that has what the fans want.
And based on what has happened with Classified, and we'll get to this like kind of at the end of all of these kind of rumors, but it kind of leaves me wondering, like, it to me seems like the one that's the easiest to do and the most promising to get like an authentic GI Joe experience is to go with the modern 4-inch construction and Hasbro handling it, because in Chad's video, he also mentioned that they plan on continuing doing vehicles, kind of like the Hiss Tank reissue that we saw, the Striker, the Hiss 3. They did the Fang, I believe, and they also did the Stinger. So, he said that they still plan on doing some more rollouts there. So I would like to see some of those vehicles. And there was hints, but we don't know, it's not confirmed, about a possible Night Raven and I forget what the other one was. What was the other vehicle? Geez, I can't remember. There was mention of like a Rattler being a HasLab, a classified scale Rattler. But I know it's the Night Raven and one other vehicle. Oh, the Whale being reissued.
The Whale. That's
right. And 1/18
Hopefully.
scale. And I would love it. And
yeah, these this was like Pursuit of Cobra type era. The construction on these, the styling. I really like these. I hope this is what they're going to come back with, because that would be very cool.
Okay, so this is interesting. Jeff just said this. The subscription service doesn't interest me, or does not interest me. I want to be able to cherry pick the best figures, and I don't want to have to buy it a certain amount. So I wasn't in collecting back then. I thought you just subscribed to their like Hasbro Pulse, and then when something came out that you liked, you had first dibs at it. You have to buy all the figures, like you have to like subscribe for a year, and then like they send you a figure a month or something. What is it? How's that work?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was kind of like the Jam of the Month Club. It's like you sign up, you pay a fee, really? And then you get So it was not great.
So no matter what they come out with, like you get that figure, you can't pass on it. I thought you signed up and you said like, I'm a Joe collector, and then they gave you offerings, and then you could like pick and choose what you want to buy, and then they would go to like the public or whatever.
Well, like the GI Joe Collectors Club, there was some of that where there were certain things you could pick up, and it was it was optional. It was like what interests you. But
I don't like the idea of just having to give them a credit card and then they send me a figure every month. I mean, I don't think that, and then World of Made
hopefully it will be better. Yeah.
As long as it's not $100 a figure. Yeah, of course not. Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how Hasbro Super 7 do with having real competition like Eagle Force, Call Sign Longbow, Delta 17, Strike Force Alpha, and Operation Recall. Great point, Bob.
Good
Great
point.
point.
And that's
Great
something
point.
Will and I have been talking about, is the idea that while Hasbro has kind of been trying to figure out what they want to do, a lot of other third parties have said, we know what
Yeah.
people want. We're just going to do it. If you guys don't want to do it, we'll fill that niche. So now they've got a lot of
Yeah.
competition.
That is really interesting, though. And then Ian saying, of all the new incoming O-ring lines, oddly, it's likely that Super 7 will be the only one with any real availability over there. Yeah, I feel bad for you, man, because that does suck. I wish we could have like a what is that exchange student program where like we send toys over to him, and then Ian, where are you exactly? You're in the UK, right? And then like you send me Palatoy Action Force stuff that you could find at boot sales for nickels, and I'll exchange new stuff for you or something. We got to work something out.
We need to work out a little underground railroad for our
Yeah,
favorite pallet
yeah,
toy stuff and Action Man stuff that's hard to find on this side of the pond. Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, Scott saying I hate it some months. One month he got a She-Ra figure that was $38 with their overpriced shipping. Wow. And that was a
Ouch.
subscription. Oh, I don't, and it's auto charged. I don't like that at all. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
hopefully that's not what is going to be the new thing. Hopefully not, because a lot of people had some negative things with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and here's Chad. Yeah. Figure subscription service is a monthly fee to get a figure every month. Basically, HasLab for dollies times 12 for recurring. I don't like it. I don't like it. One bit. Okay. So I don't think that's great. I would like to see
I
modern
suppose
figures and
if you're somebody who really has a lot of FOMO and you want everything, then that's the way to go. But that's not most collectors these days.
I like having a choice. I like having a choice
Yeah.
on wanting to buy it. And we're going to talk about this. This is all like leading up to like kind of my thing that I was trying to visualize for Jim before the show. But yeah. And then Hasbro's still going to make the O-rings with the Transformer collaboratives, which, like I said, feel how you want about them. I like them. You know, I think they're weird, they're wacky, they kind of scratch that itch. It's something I've always wanted when I was a kid. And then now I think we should talk about the Super 7 O-rings because I forgot that I had slides just for them. So in the video, which correct me if I'm wrong, people, I tried to go back and watch the Brian Flynn interview with Pixel Dan, and I can't find the video anymore. Is it just me or is the video taken down? I don't know. But anyway, in that video, they did discuss the Super 7 O-ring line, and that it would primarily focus on characters from the G.I. Joe, Sunbow, Deke, and 80s comic. This was right from their description there. But, you know, I thought it was only the cartoon properties. I think that's what Chad said in his video. But they're saying 80s comics as well. And they're going to focus on things that haven't been made before. So, like, that's like one positive. But then, you know, the other hand of that is which character is doing it. And then they did post this because Chad mentioned this in his thing. And a lot of people have been asking this question. And I asked this question too. The O-ring figures from Super 7 will be fully functional. They'll have shoulder swivel and rotation, swivel arm battle grip. It says hip swivel and rotation. I don't know if that's, you know, they're just talking about the standard O-ring movement there. But, and then classic rubber O-ring.
I will believe it when I see it. I am not a big fan of the, you know, what has come from Super 7 in the fact that they promise a lot, but delivery is lacking. Paint apps are not good. QC issues are there. So if they can fix those things, this will be great. We'll see.
So here Jeff is saying, I'm mildly optimistic about Super 7 O-rings. They will be overpriced, but if they look good and are readily available, I will buy the best looking ones. And that's what I was just about to say, because I want to say something nice. And that is this package art, I think looks good.
Yeah.
I think these all look great. And they have some pretty wacky. They have like where Snake Eyes and Duke had to fight each other in the arena in that one episode of the cartoon. And there was that huge hulking guy with the headband. He looked like Conan. They have some, characters that you don't normally see. I
Right.
see like an
Well,
MP here, just like a basic MP. So they have some good ideas, and it's just, I
yeah,
guess,
and
the way they implement them.
just like with their reaction stuff, the card art is really cool. And if you're not going to open the figure and you're just going to hang it on the wall because you like the card art, groovy. But at the price point, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So here's where I was going to say all of this stuff kind of coalesces into my thoughts on it. One is Super 7. I would love to be so wrong about them in 1 year from now, be sitting here going, man, did that company just turn it around and blow us all away with this awesome product? Take a look at them. I wound up buying them all. I don't think I'm going to be saying that, is all I'm saying. So I don't have high hopes. And then the thing is that, like, if we could go back to Chad's kind of some of the points of Chad's video, right? Were like, you got, okay, so here we got O-rings in this sense. Haya still making their figures. Um, and then the subscription service. So it's like Super 7 is readily available, but overpriced and not quite what we want, right? As far as the reaction goes, right? So like you have like this like it's like three overlapping circles that never touch. They should be in the middle and have like the product that we really want. Haya has pretty cool designs, but they're just not available. The subscription service is kind of what we want, but it's going to be locked behind some weird subscription. So it's like we've got three different versions of G.I. Joe going simultaneously, and they're all almost what people want. Do you see where, like, I'm like kind of like, and I kind of crave something different at this point. That's why a line like Delta 17 appeals to me. It wasn't just that it's an O-ring figure, it's an O-ring figure with this really cool story behind it. Three factions. Call sign Longbow's doing that too, but they're doing like more of like a retro 80s, kind of feel to it. Call sign Longbow. I don't know like the story behind it, but they have some cool concept arts, and it's more about the process and the
You mean Strike Force Alpha?
Strike Force Alpha. I know I missed out on. I'm talking about Operation Recall, where the
Oh,
characters were
okay.
selected from the community. They're being made with the same
Right.
design techniques and process, and these legendary designers are coming back, being recalled to create this new line. So they all have something special and something new. They're adding to the story.
I'm
We're getting.
sorry, Will. My
Oh yeah,
doggos
no
are
problem.
going nuts. I'm going to go check on them.
Yeah, sure. Go take care of it. So, chat, that's what I'm trying to say is like it feels like we're getting multiple versions of these figures, and I just don't understand. Um, yeah, Super 7 is overpriced. And that's another thing I was going to bring up. And I think also Star Wars the Vintage Collection is overpriced, in my opinion. And for the last 2 years, or maybe even more, I've seen this cycle of things from Super 7 and things from like Star Wars the Vintage Collection showing up on store shelves, sitting there on the peg, not selling because they're priced like 20 or even over $20 in some cases. And then they go clearance and they all disappear, and I kind of feel like if they had just met us in the middle and just priced them reasonably, they would have sold like candy. Like people would just bought them up, because those reaction figures, while they're only 5 points of articulation. They're not the best figures as far as comparing them to a fully articulated figure or whatnot. If they were $10 or less, people would buy them because they'd be more fun. You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like Bjorn has it here. Yeah, each company has their good and bad points, but none of them are giving us exactly what we want. That's what I mean. It's like we're getting a bunch of like near hits, almost a hit. It's kind of like what I said about the Marvel retro 3 3/4 inch collection and the Marvel Epic Heroes series. Had they taken the design elements and the aesthetics from that series and mixed it with the articulation, they'd have a hit on their hands, I think, where all people could agree that they would be, it would just be a dynamite toy line. Um, I don't know. It could just be me, but go watch you know, Chad's discussion. Go watch Chad's video on it. I think you'll have much more information there and better articulated. Did want to just show you guys this real quick. You could pre-order the Joy Toy World War II stuff over at helladopetoys.com. And I think this would be a good moment to play this. It's just a quick word from our sponsor, Hella Dope Toys. Whoa, what a commercial there, Largo. That's rocking. I hope that woke everyone up. Yeah, Hella Dope Toys, guys. Seriously, best in the biz. These guys are awesome. I just wish they carried more 118 scale stuff. I have bought other scale stuff from them. I have pre-ordered all these, and I know that they're going to come expertly wrapped, shipped super fast. So fast your head will spin.
Well, the cool thing is with these guys, Ted and Aaron have their pulse on what's hot. They're looking to see what they can carry that people want. They're looking at new lines. They're trying out some things to see what works with, the toy community and what they're going to buy. So we'll see that their inventory is evolving.
Yeah. And then Jeff Morse just chiming in on the stores, the vintage collection. He likes to get them when they're at a reasonable price, so he'll wait for sales at Target or Walmart when buying them. Same here. Like I see them on the peg, and then sometimes I just hesitate because I'm like, for $18, I don't know, or $20 or $22 in some cases. I think some of the deluxe figures were even up to 20. The Paz Vizsla was like $27.99. And then also there was another deluxe set with the the Tusken Raider with the little Tusken Raider dog. I think he was like $27 too. And I just think it was too much, and had they just, people would army build the hell out of them if they were a reasonable price, So
and that's one thing as an observer looking at it, I don't get it. It's like, if you price these things at the price point where people will actually buy them, then we don't have to wait for it to go on clearance where we'll actually buy it at the price we think it's worth in the first place. So why go through the hassle? Just price it right in the first place. I don't know.
Yeah,
color me silly.
Yeah. And Robert saying it's kind of like they are doing retro Star Wars with Super 7 vintage collection with the subservice and Black Series with classified, playing all angles. And Samuel Edwards, how are you, buddy? How are you? So yeah, and yeah, Bjorn just saying I usually just hit up Ollie's when they're available there. Sure. And Scott saying the same thing. We all know now. But Chad saying I will buy any Joe and Joe Parallel 118 stuff Hella Dope ever carries, and I'll second that. Yeah. I will also buy any G.I. Joe and Joe Parallel 118 stuff Hella Dope carries. It will be my I love those dudes. Vote with your wallets and support a small business. Thank you. But yeah. And then, were you able to get the Hiya Joe figures? No, not at this time. But they are working on it. Yeah.
That is a distribution issue. Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool, guys. So, I don't think I butchered that too bad. I think we got through Chad's stuff. I didn't want to mess it up too bad, and I really want you to go watch his video because he explains it, like I said, 10 times better than I could. But
Tell the truth, Will. You wanted to get an actually in there.
I
It's
did.
coming.
I did. It is. But no, while I am looking forward to it, I'm kind of not optimistic on all of these choices because each and every one of them leaves room for doubt just based on past experience. I am willing to look at, purchase, and with it, I'm following it with great interest. I would like that. Um, Hiya Joe's.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Hiya Joe's are Asia only unless they're purchased as a third party. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why they're tough to get in North America.
And I don't know why Bjorn's saying in my axe. So the next
Lord of the Rings, baby.
Yeah, but in reference to what though? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You throw it in anywhere. It's good.
One does not simply make a O-ring line.
Scroll
Yeah.
into Mordor. Yeah.
Jeff Moore saying yes, that 118 Paz Vizsla for $26.50 was overpriced. Yeah, it went on sale for 50% off and was tempted but stayed strong and passed. Yeah. He's to some people he's a very popular character. To
It's
me,
a cool design.
He's a cool design. He's a Mandalorian heavy gunner, right? Basically, that's cool, but yeah, not. I don't think $27 cool. That's all. Yeah, I liked him, but not that much. So, guys, as we wind down this year, I'm looking through all my camera roll, my all these pictures. Every time it tells me my storage is full, I go back and I look at the stuff and I'm like, what did I post? And I was looking back and I was like, you know what? This is kind of a hell of a 1/18 scale year for me. I got a lot of really interesting stuff that I didn't collect before, and stuff, new stuff I've collected, and I've just got a bunch of cool stuff. So rather than do like a top 10 list or my favorites of this year, because we all have such varying favorites. I know just in the chat right here, I've got people that, Eagle Force is their favorite. I know people that, modern construction is their favorite. I'm an O-ring diehard. Chad likes the modern. Jim likes the modern, right? He's you're more in the modern. I like Star Wars. I like the Marvel Epic Heroes series for kids. Not everyone likes them. I think Spin Master Batman and DC products are great. Not everyone likes them, so I'm not going to bore you with my favorite picks, but rather let's just take a journey back over the last year. And this is kind of just my 1/18 scale toy year, part one. Just some of the things, some of the highlights throughout the year. And if this sucks, I probably won't do part two. But if it's cool and people like it, then I'll do part two. So happy New Year, everyone! It was 2023, and I started 2023 with a bang because I got my MASH 4077 figures, which I had previously, but I completed the collection right at the end of the year. And I got the helicopter. I had the figures, the Jeep, and the ambulance. And I made a 5-minute video kind of just showing off my collection. And it took off like wildfire compared to my other videos, not compared to real YouTube channels. And got thousands of views and everyone seemed to like it. So it was a really great way to start off the year. Really happy to complete my collection. And later on in the year, we'll see that I even farther completed the collection with that playset that I never thought I would get because it's just, even in pieces, was always just so expensive. It was price prohibitive for me. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. And, I threw Klinger in the Mobat. He's blowing stuff up. Little did I know, Father Mulcahy, he likes to just, he likes to get on that Manta and catch some waves. He's actually
Nice.
really proficient at it. Yeah.
This
And
was such an odd choice for a toy line, but everybody has a great, nostalgia vibe. It was a fun show, but yeah, who knew?
Yeah, Robert's saying he's more for the modern than O-ring, but he likes them both. Okay. Did you include cats in the video? Cats get views. You know what? That's a really good idea. I should start doing that. And I don't know what that's a link to, but whatever. I like all scales, but I do limit myself to only Star Wars and GI Joe / Action Force. Oh, very cool. Um, oh, that's a link to my video. Oh, thank you. You don't have to do that. I'm
Oh,
sure everyone here has seen it, but thank you so much. Um, oh, that's the wrong thing. But yeah, there's Father Mulcahy chilling on the manta, blowing stuff up. I didn't realize this was also this is in my camera roll. I just searched by month, and this one popped up. The Karn Venomized. I did a video on it. Was at the very beginning of the year as well. So yeah, I thought these were like 2 years old, but yeah, I guess my area just got them, so they were kind of cool. I have a whole bunch of these, and I like them. I'd like to do more displays with these figures because I think uh, the army building with them is just really cool, and I've got a lot, so I'd like to get more stuff out there. January was also a weird month where I decided it would be a good idea to blend Jurassic Park with Final Faction, where I took a Dollar Tree Indominus Rex and Steadfast, and I created Steadrex, my my anthropomorphic dinosaur soldier. And I was going to do a whole video series on these and all the other wacky characters I created, and I just never did it. And no one ever like I posted like a teaser video saying I was going to do the rest, but no one ever called me out on it. So I don't know if it's even something I like doing them, but this might be something that's just one of these things that's just for you. It doesn't really have to go out there into the world. I'll keep cutting these up and gluing heads onto different bodies, but I'll just make my own little faction of creatures. And this is February, started off with a bang. I really start getting into Chad's Neon at Night. And yeah, he
great
had
show.
these suckers on, and these were two 90s Joes that I never knew existed. And while I was watching the show, I went on eBay and I found them at a very reasonable price and I bought them. And they've been my desk buddies ever since. They really haven't traveled far from where I got them. But this Eels version 2 and the Desert Scorpion figures are just badass. And he's
You
right here
can't go
too.
wrong with a missile firing mechanical shark
Yeah.
backpack. I'm just saying.
And Desert Scorpion's getting his own vehicle, so you
Nice.
can't say I don't like him. Yeah, really like those figures. So yeah, Neon at Night. I can't wait till it comes back. Uh, Beta Ray Bob saying, "Do them, Will. We need more different stuff out there." Yeah, you know what? I will, and I just have to. I have to finish that. I call you out. You're calling me out, Bjorn. So for
We'll find a
sure.
way to get them to pop up in
Yeah.
something we're working on. Yeah.
Speaking of Bjorn, Bjorn got me this sucker last year in February,
Nice.
the Blue Thunder over at Chucky's Toys, his toy shop, and he sent that to me. I was supposed to do a restoration video on it and a review and talk about how, just like MASH, this was a very odd choice for a toy line because if you remember the movie, it was not a kids' movie.
It
There's
was not,
nothing other
yeah,
than
not family
other than
friendly.
flying around and having a dog fight with another helicopter at the end, and being cool. It was not for kids, so it was a really odd thing to make although the vehicle's the reason. The vehicle's the star of the show. But yeah, cool vehicle. I'm really happy to have it in my collection. Had my friend had one when we were kids, so I only had a very little bit of in hand time with it, but it was one of those things that stuck with me. And like even before I was back into toy collecting, I would search for this every once in a while. Like I would remember it and search for it, but the price was always way out of my, reasonable league. So yeah, so
That's right. I'd forgotten there was a Blue Thunder TV show for a hot minute. Do you remember that?
oh no, I don't remember the TV show. I do remember the movie
It
though.
didn't last very long, but yeah, I
Well,
vaguely remember.
that would be a good subject for a short video.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I'm right there with Adam. Delta 17's definitely got some potential.
oh yeah, for sure. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
The TV show was being kid friendly. Okay, so maybe it was based on the TV show more than, But I do remember like the toys didn't even look like Roy Scheider. It looked like just a generic pilot. Like maybe they put
Right.
glasses on one of them, and that was supposed to be him. But yeah, that was just one of those toys that I always wanted. So here's a picture of the toy section at my local Goodwill. This was last year, and I'll give you guys a second, see if you could think of the toy that stood out to me on that rack. Uh, let's see if anyone catches.
I don't see a Tickle Me Elmo, but I would have gone for the Eeyore myself, personally.
Justin saying he checked out Blue Thunder from his school library in the 80s. It's the first time I saw boobs. Yeah, they were hovering there
Nice.
and watching that girl like do like naked yoga or something. That was really weird. So yeah. The Tonka. Yeah, that's right. The Tonka
Yes.
Steel Monsters. That's what I got it. Yeah. And there it is. And it's you can see it in the background, it's right there. But yeah, that was the Baja Blaster or just Blaster. And as you can see, it's a
Yeah.
little worse for wear. It's missing a cannon. And let me see if I can just
We never got Mad Max stuff that was cool. There was like for a minute there was
Yeah.
you know some Mad Max stuff, but this Tonka line was so in that vibe of post-apocalyptic, and they're
So
Tonka tough.
I did sculpt a cannon, and it does look really small, but it is based on the one that came with it, which was skinny and small like that. And then I did sculpt and print a new roll bar for it. And I added a Wampa to the back of mine. So this may not be what everyone
Nice.
does, but I figured mine could use a Wampa. But yeah, oh my God, this thing was 99 cents or something like that, just dirt
Sweet.
cheap and totally ridiculous. It was something I'd never thought I'd find um at my thing, and it kind of sent me down this rabbit hole. I did go and buy the driver for that vehicle on eBay, and I just found a really inexpensive one. But these were like 5 POA, kind of Kenner Star Wars style figures. But they had some pretty good details. They're all right. But yeah, that was really cool, and I would love to get more into that and either like I said, through 3D printing, kind of enhance it and kind of make it my own, like give it a missile rack or some, just it's got to add. It only had that one cannon on it and that big shovel on the front. I think it needs some spikes and since it's a
This is a great example of Tonka looking at what they have in their vehicle inventory and saying, what can we do with this? How do we mix it up? And they came up with this, and it was cool.
Hell yeah. Steel Monsters are awesome. Yeah, they are, man, but they're pretty pricey, and I think a lot of it too is they're heavy. They're kind of big and heavy. So like buying them on eBay and having them shipped isn't like the best way to purchase them, but that was just a highlight of my year. And as you can see, it still sits there because I just love the thing. But yeah, I think World Made of Cardboard had some, he was saying Blue Thunder TV show starred James Farrington and Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey was in the TV show. Bubba Smith and Dick Butkus. Yes, comedians and retired
Nice.
football players. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, definitely Mad Max and inspired. Justin said, yeah, super cool. That's what toy hunting's all about. And yeah, that picture where it's in the grass is right outside the store. I threw that sucker down on like the, in the parking lot on the edge of it. And I was rolling it around in the dirt, just showing how this thing goes over anything. And then I snapped that picture. So yeah, as soon as I bought it, I brought it outside and started playing in the dirt with it. So you could, you could paint the Walmart 118 vehicle to look like this, and then glue forks and spoons to it, or some other metal. Well, I'm gonna let you do that, Spoon Man, and make the Spoonmobile spoon. But yeah, I could also do that. Here's one that, and as you guys see in part one, you'll start to see the unfinished projects and the regret in my face as I talk about these because I never finish anything. Here's another one which popped up on my feed and I forgot all about, which is probably shoved in a box in the corner over there right now because I needed the space. But this is my little work table over on the other side, and these toys were. Did I? No, I didn't bring a picture. Anyway, they were like $2 toys. They were at Target. and they're like little like you pull a string and like they rolled forward, and they were like
Hmm.
in those, where you first walk into Target and there's like a little value section. It's like seasonal dollar stuff. Like this was in the summer toy rack. Anyway, always thinking, does this work with G.I. Joe or does this 118? In my head, it's always, does this Joe? I looked at it and I was like, yeah, kind of. So there's some G.I. Joes next to it. Oh, and you can see another Steel Monsters figure that I bought. That guy with the handlebar mustache, he's from Steel Monsters as well. Uh, so I was working on converting it into a little G.I. Joe vehicle. And the idea was this does not open normally. It's sealed. So I cut it and I was going to paint it and make a two-seater out of it. And you can see two G.I. Joe figures fit in there. So I was going to, I think I even have the 3D model halfway done or more. And I printed it, but it didn't fit right. That's what it was. My measurements were off, and I had to trim some more out of there to make it fit. But I had a double
Once
seat.
you get once you get your workshop set up, we will revisit this, and
Yeah,
you know, we'll make it a Franken project.
yeah, I'd like to. And like I said, they were cheap, and I really, I was kind of thinking like in the future, it might be a cool idea is, if I find a cheap thing like this and I could put a 3D file out, like do the conversion, I could give that away to the people that are watching. I could send them the file and they can make their own, or, we can make them have some fun just converting like wacky, cheap stuff we find laying around to work with your toy lines. And then maybe we could just give them out to the viewers or something. Cause,
Justin had a good idea. He converted that to a submarine because you take the wheels
oh,
off. It's got the sleek design. Yeah, that's cool.
you know what? I would love to see that, Justin. That's really cool. If you hit me up on Instagram or you can email, that would be awesome. I would love to see that. I don't know if I follow you on social media, and if we do, just let me know your handle, and I'd be sure to. That's really cool. I'm glad someone else out there. See, Justin, he's looking. Does that 118? Like he's out there. He's looking. So
Yep. And
awesome.
I'm with Beta Ray Bob. It's nothing wrong with unfinished projects. There's a lot of things that I've picked up and they sit on the workbench and I have an idea and I don't get to it. And then maybe 6 months later, I get a better idea. And it's like, I'm glad I didn't do that because now I know what I want to do. Because I look at other
True.
customizers and say, oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe I just I'm too impulsive and I see stuff and I go, ooh, shiny, and I get it. And I should be like, you know, bad. You got enough stuff. Um, this one, I got to tell you, when I first got it, I was disappointed. And that was the Spin Master, The Flash movie stuff, which had been teased. And part of it was that Spin Master, I have been very happy with the Batman and DC stuff that they've been doing for the last couple of years. And I should have had a couple examples here. They changed the scale slightly, like made them smaller and slimmer. They're about the same height, but their proportions just were different. And it kind of threw me off. So I didn't really like that. But I'll tell you, I do like this Batwing. I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's very basic, but as far as a 118 scale Batwing goes, you can't beat it for the price. Yeah, Scott just picked one up at Ross for $12.99. Yeah, and I
Nice.
gotta tell you, the figures have kind of grown on me. The movie was
Th-
kind of a bomb. There were some good parts in it, but overall, it's a kind of a stinker. Um, but yeah,
yeah, this
go ahead.
that the Batwing is one I passed on just for space because it's so darn
Yeah,
big. But I kind of like it. If you could
yeah,
find a place to just hang it on the wall, it'd be kind of neat.
yeah, yeah. Uh, it was a little disappointing, except for Keaton's parts. Yeah, I thought Keaton's parts. Scott loved the movie. Yeah, that's good for you, man. I just like I wanted to like it more, maybe, or maybe the hype was too much, but there was just some parts of it that I didn't like at all. And a lot of it had to do with you know Flash himself. I do think that Zod figure is awesome. I think that's such a good figure, and the Namek there too. I think he looks pretty cool. The sculpting's pretty well done. Hey, and that's come on, guys. If there was a full moon that day, or next time there is a full moon, you're doing this. Every one of you want to do this. I ran outside the day I got it, and I was like, "Oh, please be a moon." and that is the sky above my house. And I tried to get the iconic scene. I still want to do it. I'm still going to do it. One of these days, I got the Batwing right here. Um, I should just, next time there's a full moon, run out there. Or what's really nice is when there's a full moon, if I go over to the beach, which is, 5 minutes away, you could see you see the moon rise. It looks so awesome. I should wait till that happens. And then, you know, my wife got mad at me too because I was trying to clip my hand out of the picture, so I took the broomstick and I taped it to the back of it. And I was running around my front lawn holding the Batwing up, and I'm telling her to take a picture, and she's like, "Get out of here! What are you doing? You look like a maniac." Oh well. Um, so, so yeah. Uh, thanks, Justin. Someone could help me with that. Still haven't watched The Flash. Do you all do pictures with your ats in the snow? We don't get snow. That would be awesome. I would do it if I got snow, but no, I don't. April was kind of like a lame month. April and May, I was really holding off because I knew Joe Fest was coming up. But I did get the Mech Strike Monster Hunters Hulk because I like that Hulk. It's a 5-inch or a 6-inch Hulk, and I like him better than the one that they released for the 4-inch. I thought he scaled better. Jim, you were here for this one. I picked these up at Target. These Jurassic Park JP93 figures, where you got Ian Malcolm on the hang glider shooting rockets at, dinosaur.
Because that totally happened in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Dr. Alan Grant with his what is it, a net launcher or something?
Yeah, something goofy.
Yeah, so these were a lot of fun. They were pretty expensive though. I think these were like $22, and I thought they were a little too expensive, but they did kind of get me with the nostalgia here. So I'm not immune to it. I am I'm a thrifty shopper most of the time, but I did get these, and it's funny because Gojitron is, I think, working on a video about these coming up soon. I think he got a nice sale on these, and so I'm looking forward to what his thoughts are on them. I just thought they were great. This is the only picture I have for the month of May. That's it. Yeah, I was trying to make a space helmet because unfortunately the 3 3/4 inch version didn't come with a space helmet, which I thought was weird. Oh, and I did get these. It was like a giveaway grab bag, so I did get my taste. These are black major figures, and they are O-rings. The bat had all the accessories, and they did fit and work and everything. And the urban camo ninja there. But I will tell you, the plastic does feel a little different. I never had a black major figure. I've heard about them, and like I said, this was like a deal. I like them. I think they're okay, but they don't feel like original G.I. Joes. I will say that. Then I went to Joe Fest and bought a bunch of Lord of the Rings figures. So I bought Lord of the Rings 1/18 scale figures, Pirates of the Caribbean 1/18 scale figures, and Star Trek 1/18 scale figures. This is the first day of Joe Fest, and I didn't buy anything G.I. Joe. I just bought all these. But I got to tell you, the guy had a hell of a deal. I think all this was less than $20. So I just had to buy them. Yeah, it was like maybe 2 for $5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, a little bit over $20. So pretty cool. Sam saying I've taken pictures with my Black Series Tauntauns and my Black Series Snow Speeder. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, if you get a big snow, taking your toys out in the snow is a lot of fun. Not when you lose small parts, though.
And I know don't park them in the yellow snow. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So these guys are okay. This was a very limited series. I guess this is based on The Hobbit. You got Thorin Oakenshield, Legolas, and Bilbo. They're okay. They're okay figures. I opened them up on a stream one day. They're all right. They're just yeah. The pricing was the part. They're okay. I like them. There's nothing really wrong with them. I would say Legolas, you see the armor pieces are made out of a soft rubber. it really limits their articulation. I don't know if they would do cloth goods, but like I said, I did pick them up. I wanted to get more of them, but they are pretty expensive on the secondary market. Like if you look at them, so finding them at the show for a cheap price was like a really good opportunity. Dennis Copter, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah,
So yeah, here are some of the show exclusives I picked up. I've got, we got Snake Plissken, we've got Bullet Man, we've got the Dread Trooper, and also Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, and I'm not going to forget him over there. We've got Tony Roberts hanging out over there in 3 3/4 inch
that's
form.
right.
You see him? It looks like he's like saluting, but he's not. That's just like his arm comes like to hold the
Oh, to
rifle.
hold the rifle. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
So
guess
you're a Pelotoid.
it looks like just the like the angle I have him at. And then look at this fat bastard got a Terradrome. Look at that.
Wait a minute. How did you get a Joe Fest picture that Chad didn't photobomb?
He's inside the Terradrome. He's popping
Oh,
out.
he's in the Terradrome. Okay.
Yeah, no. This is actually the vendor. I handed him my phone and asked him to take a picture of me. Because I don't know if you could tell, but I might look happy in this picture. I felt happy. It was a great moment. I was not expecting to find one, space wise mostly, but also price wise. The prices are not, great, but this one was at a really affordable price, and you could see it needs work. It needs some work, but it did have the fire bat, which is like my favorite Cobra like airship. I love the fire bat. I think it's so cool. But I wanted it for this reason because I did not want just a basic Terradrome. I kind of wanted to a challenge, like restore one and add some additional features. Like change some of those bays from what they were, maybe expand the jail, make it a little better. I wanted to add an elevator that goes up through one of those side bays because I always thought it was weird that you just kind of pick the figures up and put them in. I don't know.
Right. Great concept, great play set, a lot of potential for customizing. And we've seen some cool customs, including I think Chad has done some tweaking.
Oh, he did
to
it.
his
He did a
Terradrome.
double decker. Yeah, he did a double decker Terradrome. So you could see that they tried to do some repair here using some kind of like adhesive, and it's all sticky and everything on there. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to it. Hopefully, I won't be reviewing this again next year and going, oh, next year I'll get to that Terradrome. And then this is the big enchilada for me, at least. This was so I was just walking by, and this guy had this, and I got to tell you, that box is like paper thin because it was like sitting in an attic, so it's like almost fully deteriorated. It's been sitting in my garage now since I bought it, but it's mostly complete. Not everything is there. I really got to get it out and do a video of this base because you don't see it often, and even partial ones without the box or any of the pieces, just the mat goes for like a lot of money. And I think it's just because I think it's just because how rare it is and how big it is. Like not many people kept them around. So
yeah, I saw the MASH figures in stores as a kid. I never saw this base. I don't think they made many of them.
And this was exciting because this is going to give me my Delta 17 base and possibly some other Delta 17 vehicles. So yeah, this was after Cobra Karaoke. There was a guy just sitting in the hallway. I was drunk, and he was like, "Hey, you got $20?" I don't know. He sounded normal, but yeah. Anyway, I didn't know what was in it, but I just said for $20, I'll give it a shot. I'll gamble.
Sure.
And that gamble paid off because inside the tray on the bottom of that one almost complete base was filled with figures. So I got this guy. You see the what's his name? Reptile.
Mm-hmm.
The other dude's like a Leonard the Core guy. There's about a handful of other figures in there too, but that one base was almost complete. There's a couple missing pieces: the jail cell door, the center post. There's a thing there, but there's almost a second one that is like half complete. So it was like almost 1.5 G.I. Joe 92 bases. And I
Nice.
don't know if, yeah, I don't know if you remember, but I didn't like this base, and I had one brand new in the box from the 2002 reissue. And when I went to the Iconicon meetup in 2001, I donated it because I tried to sell it at Joe Fest, and no one wanted it. It was so weird. I offered it to a bunch of people. I thought I would sell it. Anyway, um, I donated it to the Wounded Warriors Project, and they were doing an auction for Matt Swafford and Retroblasting. Anyway, it wound up being one of the highest auctioned items of that whole auction, and I couldn't believe it. But so I was really super happy that it went there. Then I saw Chad, and he made a Night Force version of the 92 base, and I was like, oh, why'd I get rid of that? I should have kept it. So I'm happy to have it back. And the second one, the half one, I'm going to convert into a retrograd or Thunder Battalion base. So that should be
Nice.
cool. All right, so we've got yep, here's just picked up some Action Force and Joe stuff. There's my Multiverse Massacre figure from the Dread Trooper. This is really cool. And I'm going to kind of speed through these because I got something else, and I know we're kind of running a little. That's the mail call, guys. We got to look at this stuff. I don't know what to tell you, but my brother's a madman, and I'm just going to crack into it because he sent me. I came home yesterday. He sent me this box. I don't know what's in it. I peeked, but I got to show you guys some of this stuff. So he's been buying. So
Cool.
this is a actually Masters of the Universe, right? This is a.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's the name
is this the
Zor, I think.
Is this the new one or the old one? I don't know. He finds stuff, and where he lives, like his area, he sees stuff on Facebook Marketplace almost like every day. He's constantly sending me links. Where I live, there's none of this stuff. It just doesn't exist. It's really so. Anyway, I don't know if this was a Christmas present or what, but I just got this box. And then I peeked inside, and there's all kinds of crazy toys in here. So he did send me some Star Wars Power of the Force 2 guys. So we've got Chewbacca and Bounty Hunter Disguise, and
Cool.
Lack Sivrak,
Nice. That's a
and
fun one.
yeah, Lack Sivrak. So then look at this. This might be the re-release, right? That's a clean looking Fang.
Ooh.
Is this
It's
the
hard for me to tell. I
release?
can't tell
Does
if it's original or re-release on some of those, but
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
they're
this
fun.
blade is a little melty, and this one's sagging. But I don't
I'm
know.
guessing you could 3D print a replacement. It will
Yeah,
probably work.
but it looks too crisp and clean. I don't know, so I'm thinking maybe it's the recent re-release, maybe. But anyway, super cool. Love the Fang, the fully armed Negator gyrocopter. Bang. Let's see what else. It looks like he went by like a yard sale or something. He got a bunch of it's like a modern Joe, right?
Hold
Oh,
them up
this is
again.
I think that's a Televiper, right? A modern Televiper. Oh, wait, he has a thing on it. It says, yeah, Televiper. Televiper. It's got like a label on it. So
Okay.
whoever had them, this one says 2008 Night Watch Cobra Trooper. That's kind of cool. I don't have a lot of modern Joes, so that's kind of cool. I like seeing these. This is a Cobra Neo Viper, right? I think I've seen this before. Neo Viper, or no, this is just a 2005 Cobra Viper. Okay. I've seen this Storm Shadow before. This is like a modern, like the 2003 Valor vs. Venom. Mm-hmm. So kind of cool. Just a whole. Who's that? Is that Cobra Commander from the movie? Or Cobra
No,
Trooper?
that is a Neo Viper.
Oh, okay, from the movie though, right? That's
from the
like, and
movie.
then
Yes.
the Scarlet was kind of weird looking, but yeah, that was nice. Oh, I did tell
Beta
him
Ray
because he said
saying,
he.
oh
Yeah, go
yeah, he
ahead.
thinks that Fang is vintage. So
Oh, okay.
um, the new one didn't have the roll cage on the engine, apparently. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
so I did tell him at one point because I think he said he found some like broken Joes, and I just told him that's no problem. I would take any of those because you could fix them, you could kit bash, you could do all kinds of things. Oh well, here we go. Here's one wrapped. It says 2009 Viper, right? Neo Viper.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they had a little tag on it. So yeah, this is really cool. I didn't know. I know sometimes if he sees like a lot, he'll pick them up. So we got some cool modern Joes here. I'm not going to go through all of them. Here's like a quick kick, but something like his foot is chewed off by a dog. Um, but yeah, I said, send me any of these broken Joes. They're all cool. Here's Doc wearing a rescue vest. Where's that one from? Do you know this one?
That I think was also a tie-in to the GI Joe movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't, even though I don't, he didn't appear in the movie. That was part of that
Yeah.
line that came out around that time.
I don't have many of these. I have a couple that came with vehicles and stuff, but look, there's a nice snow serpent from the 2009
Cool.
line. Yeah. There's some Cobra Infantry Trooper.
They did some really cool
Oh,
sculpts.
oh, I don't think I have any of these. This is an O-ring Headhunter.
Oh yeah,
Headhunters,
those are
right?
cool.
Yeah, that was from the DEF, the Drug Enforcement Force. I
Hmm.
don't think I ever got any of those. This guy is definitely Chat May, but I like him. There you go. That's Largo. Look,
Nice. I love the
I got a
hat.
Largo figure. That's a nice hat, right?
Yeah.
Here's a pilot to something. I don't know what he's to. Another Cobra Trooper, but you can't have too many of those, right? You could troop build uh, the heck out of those. So this is pretty exciting. Um, so okay, some more GI Joe guys. Another Cobra Trooper. Oh, nice, nice. So let me see. I got another bag in here. Oh, geez, I just dropped some. Here is a Zartan figure with no hands. Now I remember these. These were from like the Valor versus Venom, I think, and they had like swivel arms, but the pegs were really loose, and that's pretty funny. You always lose them. That's a Crimson Guard. There is
It's
the top.
rumored that Robert's Infinite Realms has hands. I'm just saying. He likes your red
Oh, you
headhunter.
know what? Here's a whole bag of just broken Joes and figures. I'll go through that another time. That's cool. This is a huge piece, and I don't know what the heck this is. So let's see what this is. And I don't know what the hell he was thinking, because this was. I wish I took a picture of it, but the way he wrapped this is like the funniest. Oh, oh, look at this.
Nice.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Rancor.
Dude, is this a Power of the Force one or is this a Kenner one? No. I have never had a Rancor. Out of all the figures and dollies I've had, oh my God, Rancor Beast is awesome. Can you put a figure in his mouth and it comes out the bottom? No. Oh, okay. Oh, he's biting me. Ow, that really hurts. So you could push this button, right? And something happens. No. Oh. Hey, Largo.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, how's it going?
Love
Oh
it.
my God. I never had this. I don't know if this is the I love it. Oh my God. Thanks, bro. Love the Rancor. Oh my
That's a
God.
fun
This is
thing when you get just, random stuff sent by somebody who knows you're
I
an
never had a
enthusiast.
Rancor. Yeah, this kid Sean
Yeah.
up the block had one, and I played with it like one time when we were kids, but I never got to really hold it. Or like I think he let me play with his Jedi Luke one time, and then that was it. Oh my God, Mike! Thank you so much. That's such an awesome gift. Oh my God. Okay. And Just when you thought there's the Rancor Keeper right there, right?
Hey,
I
there you
don't know
go.
his name. But these
I don't
are
either.
some
Just
Power of the Force 2 figures. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, look who it is. Web Store.
nice.
I need
That
one
one's
of
kind of.
him.
I was gonna say he's one of the harder ones to get a hold of these days.
Oh my God, I wanted the modern one because I have a video idea that has to do with his backpack, which I don't know if this works. Let's see. Does it work? If it works, I'll be thrilled. Oh my God, it works. Hey.
That's fun.
Hey. Look at that. Oh my God. I had a web store when I was a kid. And me and my brother Mike, we used to set up these like elaborate zip lines all over our house. If he's watching, I don't think he's here today, but he usually catches the replay. But yeah, we used to set up these elaborate zip lines, and we worked web store. I'm so happy to have this. I have an awesome idea, and I needed a web store to facilitate that idea because I'm kind of want to recreate his grapple gun there for a 1/18 scale figure is kind of what I want to do.
Cool.
So that's
Well,
the
that
whole
is a
thing.
sweet score. You do indeed
Oh
have a
my
good brother.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. And okay, so I'm just gonna show you. There's whole boxes just filled with like just tons of bagged loose that need reassembly and O-ring action figures, and I will put together uh yeah, Emmanuel Lewis. Thanks, bro. Um okay, so then there was this piece of cardboard on top. And I do want to see this because I don't know. I really don't know what this is. There's so many figures in there, guys. We'd be here for hours. I'm sorry. Um, but whoa, dude, I never had a Rancor. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So there's two pieces of cardboard sandwiched together, right? And there's like a
hmm
comic inside. But other than that comic, check this out. It is one of those
Ooh,
old brochures. And let me just
catalogs.
tell you
Yeah,
something. So this
I
is one
love
of like the
those.
earlier ones. These are so cool. Oh, I'm gonna photograph these and post them online because there's some really cool ones. And if the one I had, so we had bunk beds growing up, and Mike had the top, and I had the bottom, right? And right next to my bed, we had one of these hanging up. And instead of my brother telling me bedtime stories, we would go through this. Look at this. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
So one of my
And you
earliest
had one
memories.
one there that's got the Sarge and Cobra
Yeah.
Commander squaring off.
Yeah,
Nice.
these are so cool, and I don't want to rip them, but I think this is the one. Oh my God. And in my mind, they were so much bigger, I guess, when I was a little kid. Uh, this is so great. Oh my God. But anyway, so he would just like he would say Fang, and then I would like find it. I was like 6 when G.I. Joe came out, 5 or 6, so like, what, so
That
it's
was the Joe version of Where's Waldo. He'd just call out,
yeah,
can you
like he'd call
find
it
this?
out, and then like I would point at it, or like like he would tell me the night thing, and then like I would like recite the acronym, like I'd be like, fully armed Negator Gyrocopter, uh, or like he would tell me like the character, and then I would go and like his real name or file name, and like we would play like a fun little game like that. It was always a lot of fun. So this is a comic book, and it says Certificate of Authenticity. It says G.I. Joe number 13, Marvel
Ooh,
1983, Larry Hama, 2023, Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con. This document certifies that this signature is authentic. What the
very
hell? He
cool.
sent me a
You got a Larry
signed.
Hama signed comic?
I haven't seen it. I'm trying to think. I can't think of what is issue 13. Does anyone know before I open it up? Oh, nice. It is signed by Larry Hama.
Very cool. I'd have to ask Chad or somebody more knowledgeable if there's a significance to that particular issue, but that whole run
I
was fun.
I don't remember exactly, but I will say that like my brother spent his birthday money on like a Marvel comic subscription, and those were like some of the first comics that I got were the GI Joe comics.
Nice.
So like I literally like learned to read reading GI Joe comics. It was actually it was a duck not before DuckTales existed. It was like an the Adventures of Uncle Scrooge and his nephews or something comic. I still remember my brother Michael taught me how to reading that comic, and then after that it was all GI Joe comics. But yeah, that's an awesome cover though. Oh yes, okay.
Snake Island.
He
Okay.
said,
Or
yeah,
Cobra
Snake
Island.
Eyes
Yeah.
gets trapped underwater when Baroness blows up the island. Oh, well, that is so cool. And I don't know where he found this, but thank you so much. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I'm probably not going to read this one. I'll pick up another copy. I'm going to leave this one. Um, Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, best brother ever. So thank you. Thank you very much. And I have another brother. He's awesome too. Mark, I love you too. But just in this case, if he's watching, I'm not like taking sides or anything. I love both my brothers, but Michael, you're awesome. Thank you. That is amazing. Anyway, yeah, this thing was like I can only describe it as okay, so this was inside the box, this big plastic bin, right? Filled with all those toys. On the outside was like a cardboard. It looked like a trunk, like a storage trunk with handles on either
Oh,
end, but it was
okay.
like made out of
Yeah.
cardboard,
Like
and
a
then
banker's box.
kind of like that. So this was inside that, and then he like wrapped it with like 1,000 rolls of tape or something. It just looked like a big monstrous thing, and it was just sitting on my front porch when I came home. So I was like, what the hell? Anyway, sorry to bore you guys with that, but
Oh no.
that was my surprise that I got today. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to dig through it all, put them all together, maybe get some of those pieces out there to people because I did tell him, I said, hey, I know a lot of people in the toy collecting community. So if you can't use a part because it's broken, someone out there might be able to. So we'll spread all these out, and like I said, if anyone out there needs a torso or some legs or something, I'd be happy to send it to you. Uh, but yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. You got anything else going on, Jim?
Just some things coming up this week. Starting tomorrow, we'll have the Revenge of the Curse of the Return of the Infinite Playlist or something like that. Infinite Playlist is coming back.
That's right. Yeah.
We'll have a new Action Force AF3 Explore the Lore. We're going to be checking out Trigger. And some other good stuff's coming this week. It depends on what we can get finished and produced, but things are in the works. Those two definitely are coming.
Well, that's really awesome. I can't wait. And we just to go back to like the channel membership and Patreon thing, we put that there. It's there. If you have the means and you want to throw us $1 or two, by all means support us. We really would appreciate it, and I love it. You guys just watching is more than enough though. So please, we're fine otherwise. But we were trying to think of some things we could do to kind of add value to that, whether it be exclusive hangouts, access to behind the scenes stuff or extended cuts of videos or anything that we're working on in the future, maybe access to 3D print files or customs or something like that. Or in the case of like a big toy haul like this, maybe we post it up to members first and they could have first dibs at stuff. I don't know where that's going to go, and I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver ever, but pretty much what I do every day now. Glad to watch the whole show. Ted, so glad to have you here. And I appreciate everyone who has supported us, and I appreciate you guys just for watching. So I don't want anyone to think that it's a thing, and until I have something really to offer the community, I don't feel right.
If you guys have any ideas for show ideas or things you'd like to see, for like behind the scenes or whatever, just let us know in the comments. We read them. we check them out, and that
Yeah.
we're definitely looking for ideas on where we can go with things. So
Well, thank you, Jim. And just so you know, you're supporting two great channels for the price of one, because as you know, we do share a lot of the resources that we use to put our channels together. And likewise, if you go over to Patreon, you'll get exclusive content from Jim's show. You'll get exclusive content from this channel as well. And Roll Keeper, thank you so much. Became a YouTube member.
very
So
nice.
thank you so much. So yeah, and if you are a member of either channel, you will get all the benefits of. So that's good. I have no ideas. So either now we do too. I'm just happy enough to spend the time with you guys once a week at least, and hopefully more in the future, and just talk toys with you, because this is it's how I release everything that happens to me throughout the week, as I spend some time hang out with my friends and talk about cool stuff. So sorry to bore you guys. I know this was a longer show. I went into all that stuff. We'll be back next week. And with that, you guys have a great day. Have a nice week, and I'll see you. Thank you.